Hey there, my name is Jamie, and this is the vlog for January 3rd, 2022. Lots happened in the world, so I figured an installment here couldn't be the worst thing. I'm guessing I'm going to end up writing about this on my blog if I can find the time this week to sit down and write it. I think I'll have it. But I figured that this was a momentous, strange time in American history, and so catching up with my vlog here for a couple of minutes would be good. So, personal life, family got to go to Disneyland, which is super fun. Kid manifested some very extreme anxiety issues, which we are trying to figure out how to deal with. Trying to find ways to describe it. She would complain that everything was too loud. People were too loud, everything too loud. So she'd wear her noise canceling headphones all the time. And waiting in line for more than like 10 minutes, even at about 10 minutes, was feeding some crazy anxiety in her. Even if she wanted to go on the ride, she would be terrified. And we're talking like shaking like a leaf in the boat of Small World terrified by the time she got on the boat. So we ended up using the Disability Access Pass, which was super handy and made us actually go from having the worst time in Disneyland ever to the best time we've ever had. So it made all the difference. And I'm glad we got to do it. We got to go see my family for a couple of days, and we've seen my husband's family for a couple of days. So that brings me back to what's the world like right now? 2022, early 2022. People are being encouraged to get their booster shots. They've already had usually one or two COVID vaccinations. My kiddo has had 2 COVID vaccinations since she's 6. Yeah. Other than my husband catching it early on in the curve, my kiddo and I have not gotten it, or if we have, we've been asymptomatic. So there's that. I read something the other day that resonated with me and has stuck with me, so I think it's worth discussing. This economy, especially with COVID being what it is right now, is shifting dramatically. And when I say there's jobs, there's lots of jobs out there. You can take your pick pretty much. Why aren't they hiring? Part of it might be lower wages. People aren't settling for super low wages anymore. The other side of it, and a likely side of it, is instead of thinking about recession, this is the she-session. That phrase kind of stuck in my brain. And what do they mean by that? Childcare is so incredibly hard to come by. People are going back to one-income households where they can to make it work. I know I've had to cut my business down too. So food for thought. Anyway, I'm going to go retire for the night. But I felt that it was worth catching up because, for example, if my kid's school shuts down, then I can't work, chiefly. So, and my clients have to be able to roll with that. And since they are paying me for consistency, that's hard. But, most of my old clients are flexible. I will have the clients I'm supposed to have. I'm not making the kind of money I'm used to making, which is hard on the ego and everything else. But it's a very interesting time to be alive. We'll see what happens in the coming year. Happy New Year.